Good afternoon, folks. Welcome back to the farm. We've got a little project we're doing outside because we got a lot of rain this morning. We're taking another little break from harvest because it's too wet to be out in the field. And Kelly's home because it's a weekend, so we decided to get this thing done. So stick around. We'll take you along. So winter is coming, and this is the area that we've been keeping the guineas in here at night. And this is Kelly's just like little hospital pen or segregation pen for the chicken coop. There's a little hospital kind of pen in here inside that we'll show you real quick if you don't remember. Right here on the bottom, this is the brooder on top. But that's not a lot of room for the guineas to be in at night and run around during the day. And in winter, they're going to need a little more cover. So we're going to kind of dry this area in right here. So what Kelly's doing right now is she's putting wiggle wire track, same stuff we use on the greenhouse. She's going to do a frame all the way around this end of the coop. And then we can put plastic here. And this will keep the elements from coming into this side of the chicken coop. And then we've got some clear roofing panels to put here on top. We've got a little bit of a slope, which is all we need here. So let's get her done. Here's the roofing, or the wiggle wire tracks. Kelly's already gone through and drilled holes in the ones that she needs. But they come in a big stack like this. And you can see the profile of them right there. This design here actually has a double track. So you can put a lot more stuff, several layers of plastic in here and still get the wiggle wire in. And you can see the wiggle wire can sit clear down in here. And you could actually put another section of wiggle wire up here in the top if you wanted to. And let's show you the wire. Here's a wire that's used. We'll show you how that goes in the track once we get to that point. Pretty neat stuff. It's the same stuff we use on the greenhouse if you watched our greenhouse build. Now there's a girl that's not afraid to get dirty. Are you helping, Ruby? Huh? While Kelly finishes hanging that channel on there, I'm going to go spread our last round of fertilizer on our irrigated lawn over around the house. We've been wanting to get that done. We had some snow and then some rain and they had all the leaves, so we've got all that taken care of, so now I can get it spread. Now we are signed up for a fertilizer program through our local seed store. And if you remember, we did a video on going to your local feed and seed and seeing exactly what they can do for you. Our seed store here in town is fantastic. Even for garden seed and stuff like that, you can get bulk seed a lot cheaper than you can go to these big box stores and get these little packages with 12 seeds in them. But we got set up on that. There's 5 different fertilizers you put on the lawn per year. Some of them have some weed killing components to them. This is the last one for the year. What they do is they ask you how many square feet you have. We have 18,000 square feet of irrigated lawn here. So they base how much fertilizer you need on that. This is all of our fertilizer here in the hopper. And they'll tell you what rate to put it on. And for smaller operations like your lawn, they will base it on every 1,000 square feet, like instead of like the big operations is so much per acre. So we needed 3.5 pounds for every 1,000 square feet. And all of your spreaders will have this chart on here that tells you how to set up your flow control down here. So let's see what we need. So per our chart, for 3.5 pounds per 1,000 square feet, it would be right here. And then that would be a number 2 setting down here on the feed control. So we need to take our little gizmo here and run this back to the number 2. I like going just a little bit more. So you'll tighten that up, and then I got this bungee cord here to hold it open, because when you're bouncing around it wants to close. Now if you're thinking about the speed, what speed you go to get the right square footage, most of your spreaders are based on walking speed of a person. So we're going to travel what I think to be walking speed when we run the mower here to pull it, and that should give us just about right coverage. All right, we got all of our fertilizer done. I was going to tell you too before I started, what some people will do if it calls for setting number 2, they will put it on setting number 1, which is half of the rate. They'll go one way in the yard and then turn and go the other way in the yard, and that way you get a little more even coverage. If that's what you want to do, it's not an exact science. Let's go check on Kelly. Kelly's using the metal bandsaw to cut her pieces. He's already got it marked. Like butter. Kelly's moving right along over here. She's decided to put a third one in the middle here, so it's not such a huge span where the wind's moving it around, and I think that's a great idea. And she's already got the rails on the inside in here too, so she just got a little one to cut for over here. And then I think she's eventually going to do this outer wall and then leave the door uncovered so there's some ventilation in here, because with it being really covered and it being clear, it'll get really hot in there like the greenhouse. All right, now that we've got all the rail on, we came out and we put the roofing on. The roofing panels were 8 feet wide, or 8 feet long, just like our coop here. And then we had 3 panels, so we're overlapped a little bit, so that'll kind of help protect the chicken run over here a little bit too. They might get a little dry area. But we just started on this end and then just overlapped. I overlapped 2 ribs on the panels so I could screw down through both panels on every seam. So that's all done. There's Cubby. We miss you. I'm hoping we still get some warm weather after harvest so I can get all of the parts that go on the rear deck here that are in my wheelbarrow. Hoping I can get those painted. Here's the rear deck. You get all this stuff painted up, get that together, and then we can start pulling sheet metal off and get that motor to pop off. All right, we're going to call it a night, because we're going to run in. I'm going to take my lovely wife to dinner. I know a place that does prime rib here about an hour away. We're going to go check it out. So we'll see you back in the morning. We'll get the rest of this channel on and we'll put the plastic up. Well, it's the next morning and we got a call from the boss. They're actually combining. So instead of finishing the project this morning, I got to head in and go get the truck. But that's farming. But we'll bring you back when we get this thing going again. Well, we tried to combine. We ran for, well, they're still running, but we only trucked for about 4 hours. The elevator that we go to, they're not taking wet corn because they have one of their pits broke down, and they don't want to switch back and forth because that slows the process right now. So they're only taking dry corn, and their maximum percentage is 17.5% moisture that they will take. So we took our first couple loads to the bin site because we thought they would be a little wet. And then he changed areas in the field he was combining that he thought would be a drier area, and then loaded me up to go up to the elevator. But at the scale house I tested out at 18.2. So the lady at the scale house says, "We'll dump you this time, but don't come back today." So I hauled another one to the bin site, so that was 3 loads for me in 4 hours. So we called it quits. They're going to fill up everything for the morning, and then we're going to go to a local livestock outfit that's taking corn up to 24%. So we'll be well under that, so we can run all day tomorrow. But I'm headed home. Maybe we can get some plastic on that chicken coop, because we still got a little bit of daylight. So we'll see you then. Well, the welcome wagon came out to welcome me home. Good afternoon, boys and girls. Kelly decided she wanted to wait putting the plastic up over here. So I'm going to grab a piece of wiggle wire and I'll show you how this works. Sorry about the guineas. They're not usually that annoying, but when you just get home, they get all crazy and want to say hello. And then there's Cat. You know Cat well. So I brought you out to the greenhouse so you can see our wiggle wire out here. It's around all the corners. And this is just one layer of plastic. And this has survived 3 years of Nebraska weather. Hail, heavy rains, crazy wind. Not one problem with this plastic. And we've got the wiggle wire all the way around all the openings. So I can see our vent up here. You put wiggle wire all the way around the vent. And it holds that plastic in. It doesn't rip. It does really nice. Very impressed with it. I was a skeptic too when I was going to put this plastic on the greenhouse, but it's performed really well. It's got like a 5-year warranty. The only hole we got is this one here where Kelly hit it with the lawnmower. She made kind of a tight turn here, so this is the only rip we got. I had some sealant tape on that, but it looks like it broke loose, so I just got to retape that and we're back in business. I actually got enough extra to do this whole wall over. Why don't you guys leave me alone? So what you do is you cut a piece of plastic that'll fit over this area. You usually cut it a little bit long. And then you hold it up. And then you start in the track up here with this wiggle wire. And it holds the plastic. Say your plastic will stick up here. You just start the wiggle wire pushing the plastic into the track. And then as you go, this wire, you just wiggle it kind of back and forth, and it goes in the track all the way across and holds your plastic into the track. And then the good thing is, in the springtime, when you want things to warm back up in there, you can pull that plastic back off and you can put it back and forth as much as you want. Oh, here they come again. Well, while I was away, look what Kelly did. That is one amazing woman. Remember I told you we couldn't get good bread around at the stores? She actually made some with her sourdough recipe. Doesn't that look amazing? And it's a nice, crusty bread. And then she made some of her Auntie Marge's Sunday gravy and put some meatballs in it and made meatball subs. Took the little piece out of the middle for a little garlic bread or croutons or whatever she's doing with that. Then melted some Parmesan cheese over the meatball sub. Ooh! Oh, it's mozzarella cheese. She just corrected me. And then this is all the meat out of the sauce. That's not going to go to waste either. Yummy! Well, dinner was absolutely fantastic. But now I'm off again. My cousin's birthday, so we're having a little get-together back at his place. Kelly's actually going to stay home because she's working in the morning, so she's going to hang out and finish a few things up, and I'm going to run and come back. So I know, sorry for about the chopped up video, but that's how life is during harvest right now until this is over. So till next time, stay safe, stay healthy. We love you guys. Come back and see us here at Markelly Farm. Things will settle down here soon. Love you guys.